Hi everybody, it's Becca with Free Tours by Foot, DC by Foot, right here in Washington, DC. I'm coming at you from downtown DC. I'm actually just along New York Avenue and 13th Street. If I were to go down New York Avenue this direction, it would take me down to the White House, which is where I'm heading for our Lincoln assassination tour later. But I'm actually gonna take you this way a moment. I wanna show you one of my favorite museums just from the outside and give you a little update on what's happening with this museum. So I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna take you guys over that way. So here we go. So we're going across New York Avenue right here, kind of where New York Avenue, 13th and H Street all sort of converge. You can probably see why I prefer to walk as opposed to be behind a wheel. Some of these intersections can be a little challenging. So you can hear the church bells. Actually from the New York Avenue Presbyterian Church. I know it's hard to see with the sun over there. That's where the church bells are coming from. The New York Avenue Presbyterian Church has been visited by 17 presidents, including President Abraham Lincoln, who was a regular attendee. This is the museum I wanted to mention to you and give just a little update on. This is the National Museum of Women in the Arts. The museum opened 1987. It's the only museum dedicated exclusively to celebrating and exhibiting works by female artists. It's a really, really incredible special museum. And the museum is going to be closing for a much needed kind of refurb and renovation. So if you are visiting DC over the next week or two, or you are local or in the area, you're going to want to come check it out between now and August 8th. One thing I always like to mention about this museum is it's free for 18 and younger. So it's a great option for families because you only have to get tickets for the adults, and there are a lot of discount options. So if you're military, if you're a senior, if you're a student, you're gonna have a lot of different discount options. The exhibits here are just incredible. I could go on and on about the incredible artists that are displayed here, but a few names: Frida Kahlo, Judy Chicago, Alma Thomas, DC local, just incredible stuff. They're closing again August 8th, so you have about a week and a half to visit. You're definitely gonna wanna check it out. This refurb is gonna be a couple of years. So they'll have other things going on. They'll have virtual events, but you definitely wanna check it out. Now, I want to mention a little bit about the building here because the building is really special. This building actually used to be a Masonic Temple, so you can sort of get a sense of the scale of this beautiful building. Try to get you guys over here a little bit. So this used to be a Masonic Temple. The building construction was done 1903, and then it was actually completed in 1908. The architect for this building was a guy named Waddy Wood. If you take our Embassy Row tour, you will hear a lot about Waddy Wood. He has a number of buildings along Massachusetts Avenue, many of which are embassies today. So we talk about him a little bit more on the Embassy Row tour. But this was meant to be the Grand Lodge for the Freemasons in Washington, D.C. So this was their home. They moved from a smaller building over on F Street that's still there, still kind of over there. So this was sort of their new home. I love this entryway. It's so beautiful. And then they sold it. The Freemasons sold it. It's a little hard to see, but if you visit, you should really come up close to the building because at the very top, there are actually quite a lot of Freemasons symbols. So you'll see little signs and symbols from the Freemasons. So those are still part of the building today. Now, a cool little connection between Waddy Wood and the museum is Waddy Wood was a very prominent, significant architect here in Washington, D.C., but he was known for being supportive of female architects and kind of promoting female architects in a time where that wasn't as common in the country, where it wasn't a job that as many women did. So it's a nice little connection here. Try to show you a little bit more of this beautiful building. So that's it. It's just a quick little hello. Again, if you haven't been to the museum, I highly recommend it. Free, 18 or under, free if you're a member, of course, and then lots of discounts for seniors, for students, for military. The museum will be open through August 8th. You can check them out on their website. You can check them out on their social media. It's a really, really cool museum. You've got like 10 days, so don't miss out. As always, if you have questions about what's going on in DC, questions about what's open, not open, you can always drop them in the comments. If you want suggestions for things like this that are a little bit off the beaten path, off the National Mall, we love to share these gems with you. Thanks you guys so much, and I will see y'all later. Bye.